Hey guys, today I have a really cool recipe for you that are these superfood gummies that are really important this time of year. The weather's super dreary and I need to do everything I can to help deal with my mood, my energy. I'm just kind of feeling down in the dumps. And so these gummies are amazing. They contain magnesium to help calm and soothe your nerves. If you're feeling really agitated and irritated like I get when the weather is bad. And they also contain superfoods in the form of greens, some amazing antioxidants from essential oils and juice, some gut healing and muscle building, body healing protein in the form of gelatin, and they don't have any refined sugar at all. So we're gonna make these. I'm gonna put my hair up because once I had a viewer write in and she was very concerned about the fact that my hair was not in a hairnet and was down. So hair's up, don't worry. And what I'm gonna do is actually put 2 cups of juice, natural, unsweetened, 100% juice in a little saucepan here, and I'm gonna bring it to a simmer on the stove. Okay, so while the juice is coming to a simmer, I just wanna show you some of these ingredients here and these tools. So these right here are actually silicone candy molds. They are not gummy bear molds, but you can get silicone gummy bear molds on Amazon or all sorts of places. You can look for gummy bears, gummy worms, all of those gummy things, but these are just what I had. So these are mega gummies. They're gonna be pretty big. You're probably only gonna wanna eat 2 at a time. I usually eat 3 or 4 at a time. Even though they're big, they're just such good for you ingredients. But what I recommend with these bigger molds, at least with my bigger molds, I recommend spraying with a cooking spray. So I actually have a coconut oil and I have an avocado oil cooking spray. I'll just use one of those and lightly spray the molds. Okay, so now the juice is almost at a simmer. It's really hot. So we're gonna go ahead and just get started with stirring in the goodies. Actually, let's start with the honey first. So we're gonna put in, about a tablespoon. I'm just gonna use a big old scoop of honey and stir it right in. And this can be to taste. You can use more or you can skip it altogether if you want to really minimize sugar in your life. That is absolutely fine. But you want the honey to dissolve in there, and so like I said, we're going to add that first, and then I'm actually going to grab out my whisk and start whisking. All right, so now we're going to sprinkle in 6 tablespoons of gelatin. So just sprinkle it in over the top and then stir. And so this is going to take some patience, making sure that you count correctly, 6 tablespoons, and whisk in every time. So that was 1. Sprinkle in over the top. We want these really firm, and again, the gelatin is so good for your body. It's so good for tissue repair, for joint health, for skin health, for gut health. If you're healing from diastasis recti or any type of connective tissue issue like that, you want to add gelatin to your diet. Most of us don't eat, frankly, meat products that aren't just like chicken breast meat or muscle meat. We usually don't eat the tendons and the ligaments and the joints of animals. We're not all eating bone broth every day. It's something we don't really do these days. And so one way you can get those amino acids that are sometimes missed when you mainly eat a diet of muscle meat is to add a gelatin supplement to your life, a collagen supplement. This is a pasture-raised beef gelatin that I personally use and love. So the animals are treated well, they're out living their lives in pastures, they're not in a feedlot. So you want all the gelatin lumps to be clump-free and disappeared. You want to do this probably a little slower than I'm doing it right now. So if you go too fast, you're going to get lumps of gelatin that are going to be hard to dissolve. So take your time doing this. Okay, I got all 6 tablespoons of gelatin in here and I got all the lumps out. So now we're going to add a tablespoon of natural calm. Now this stuff is amazing. Many of us are magnesium deficient in our lives. And by the way, this is going to foam a little bit. Many of us are deficient in magnesium. And when you are, it can really make you feel anxious and agitated. using magnesium, supplementing it in your diet is really, really great for calming your nerves. It can also help you have smooth bowel movements, and that can help, it can help with sleep. All of these wonderful benefits from supplementing with magnesium if you think that it might be something you need in your life. So this is an orange flavor. So I'm just gonna amp up the orange flavor of the Natural Calm Magnesium supplement with a few drops of doTERRA's Wild Orange, which is a certified pure therapeutic grade essential oil that has a supplement label on the side indicating that it is safe for internal usage when used as directed. So of course you never want to overdo that, but this is something that you can, put in your recipes and it's fine for you. It's going to be fine. So I added 3 drops and that really boosts the flavor and makes it absolutely delicious. It has all these amazing antioxidants and wonderful benefits that are just gonna, first of all, taste good, and second of all, support your cells. The last thing we're gonna add is a scoop of TerraGreens, which is a greens powder. It's a fruit and vegetable supplement with all sorts of amazing things: kale leaf powder, dandelion greens powder, spinach leaf powder, parsley leaf powder, all these wonderful things, and it is gluten-free. So you don't have to worry about getting glutened if you have a sensitivity to gluten. I am very sensitive to gluten and I've personally never had a problem with it. So now we have this rather disgusting looking mixture. So these gummies aren't necessarily the prettiest, but they taste amazing. And now what you're going to want to do is ultimately use like a syringe or like a turkey baster to put the liquid into the molds. But I don't have that. So honestly, I am pretty messy when I cook. I just kind of go for it. So I'm just gonna sort of pour these right in, maybe use my spoon to help out as well. But you just make sure the mixture is a real evenly mixed slurry. There's no big lumps. And then you just put them into your molds and then refrigerate. So sadly, my tripod holder that holds my little phone, which I record onto my tripod, it just broke. So I'm gonna have to just hold this with my hand. But I'm gonna show you that it does not take long for these little guys to set up. This has been about an hour, probably even 45 minutes. But if you spray the containers with cooking spray, then the excess just comes right off. If you got kind of messy with it like I did and just started pouring it in instead of using a syringe, it just comes right off. And so I'll pop these out into a bowl, and then I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned from the amazing Hillary LeMay. I'm going to explain it to you in just a sec. Okay, so here's the trick. I just popped out a few of my little gummies into this bowl, and what I want to do with some of them, I'm not going to do it with all, is put some of this PB Assist Junior. This is a powdered probiotic, and I'm going to just sprinkle it right over. We're going to make Sour Patch gummies out of these. So that has kind of a melon yummy flavor, plus of course probiotics, which we love. And then here's a little more of the Natural Calm Magnesium. So I'm not going to do that with all of the gummies, but I just wanted to show you that this is an option that you have that's just kind of fun. And like I said, I'm doing this with one hand right now, but of course, if you're doing it at home, you can use a spatula to just kind of swirl these around in the powders, the Natural Calm, and the probiotics, or any combination that you like. And it's just kind of a fun way to make them coated with a little extra health and goodness, and taste really yummy too. So you want to store your coated gummies or just your plain gummies that you're going to pop into a mason jar or a storage container of some sort. You want to store them in the fridge. So that's all I've got for you today, you guys. These are like little bundles of health. They are so good. We've got probiotics, magnesium, greens, antioxidants. We have everything in here that you would ever want. Collagen, protein. These are awesome and they taste so good. All right, I hope you enjoyed this quick recipe. I'm going to pop this in my mouth, but you can't see me because, again, my little tripod broke. Oh well, I'll have to get a new one. Okay, I'm going to eat it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good, you guys. Okay, it sounds kind of gross for me to eat it, so I'm not going to eat anymore, but it's really yummy. Try this.